Nerdtainment!
Hello!
I'm Sarah.
And I'm David, and we're here to talk about Survivor.
Well, this was an interesting episode.
It was.
What the heck? We didn't even play an immunity challenge.
I know.
I knew there were 3 medical evacuations. Like, that's been online. But, like, I completely forgot about it.
Right. And also, I might have guessed that there had already been 3.
Yeah, it's been so many, you forget. So we start off with them coming back from Tribal, where Ty had been sort of blindsided or shocked that no one else wanted Michelle out.
And he's particularly pissed at Aubrey because he thought Aubrey was on his side and he felt he could really trust her, and she flipped and voted for Jason. So he's sort of singling out Aubrey. He's not so surprised at anybody else. Aubrey and Ty kind of like talk it out, but you don't really know where they stand going into the reward challenge.
Yes!
They have to run through the jungle, get these bags of sandbags, and then toss them to this like target thing that is way far away.
Cornhole.
Right.
But they were, the holes were in a row. So you have to get the furthest one and, you know, all the way in.
And you only have so many bags.
Right, that's the trick. So when you run to get a bag and you throw out all those bags, you have to run back to get another bag. But there were only like, what, 3 or 4 bags to go get?
Yep.
So once you run out of all of your bags, you had to just stop and wait and hope that everyone ran out of their bags.
And then you reset.
Sydney and Aubrey finished pretty quickly. And have to sort of stand there. Then Michelle finishes. Joe is going so slow, of course. Yeah. I should say I was surprised he was still playing.
Yeah, me too. But then eventually Ty runs out, and Joe can't give up because he's the last person.
He's the last one. Everyone's standing there. Joe runs back to get his last bag.
Jeff is trying to vamp because Joe's running like very slowly at this point because there's no rush. So he gets his final bag. He has 2 holes left to get, right? And I think he comes back, I think each bag had like 5 sandbags in them.
Yeah.
He misses, and then he gets one, and then he misses, and he has like 2 tries left to get 2 targets left, and he gets them both.
That was really exciting.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Oh my God, he got one, and then you watch the last one tumble into the hole, and you're like, what? Joe just won something?
I never thought we would see Joe win any kind of challenge.
That was, I jumped up. I was very excited for Joe. And then what was the hashtag? Get it done at 71, I think?
He gets to go have a spa day and all this food and a massage.
This reward was amazing.
Legit. And he gets to sleep in a bed.
Yes, they overnighted.
And I thought initially, well, I don't want this reward because I'm going to be sleeping in a bed by myself and everyone's strategizing back at camp.
Right.
But then, of course, he gets to bring 2 people with him. He picks Aubrey, and then Aubrey picks Sydney.
Obviously, he's going to take Aubrey. And then, obviously, Aubrey's going to want to take Sydney. But then it was like a clear, like, we know those 3 are together.
Yeah, but now it's like,
everyone knows those 3 are together.
So those 3 head off to have their reward. Michelle and Ty go back to camp. Now, while people are at the reward, they have this whole feast, right? And Joe, who apparently doesn't eat meat prior to Survivor, is chowing down on some beef satay.
Okay, I have mentioned this a few times. Going days without eating and then giving me like ice cream. I know you can't just shove food in your mouth and expect your tummy to be okay. Or at least not for me.
Right.
So I definitely would not be chowing down on some meat because
and especially not red meat. I just feel like everyone knows that red meat is especially touchy these days.
And Sydney did seem to recognize. She was like, I'm not going after all this meat.
No, she had like 1 beef satay and she was like, thanks, I'll stick to chicken.
Yeah.
And she even said, she was like, I know from personal experience, Joe is not going to be feeling great later if he eats all that beef.
So it's not just me who thinks about this stuff, but Joe did not think about it. He ate all the beef satay.
All the beef. But they feel fabulous in the moment, right?
Sure.
Like, they just feel so refreshed and renewed. Now back at camp, Ty and Michelle are stuck together, right? And they've had this tribal council where they were at each other's throats. So, but what are they gonna do? They gotta make up, you know?
He's giving her a massage.
Oh God, that was so weird. He's like straddling her on the beach.
Well, Ty's weird.
Yeah, it's
They talked about how they could potentially work together. Yeah. Maybe they could get someone out. It was nice. It was cordial. I didn't really believe any of it. Right. I don't know.
But what are they gonna do other than talk strategy? They're not gonna be silent for the whole time.
Apparently, though, on this reward trip, Audrey sees the light. Wait, who's Audrey? Is it Audrey?
Aubrey.
Okay, take 2. Aubrey sees the light.
Right.
And apparently, all of the sudden, I feel like this is a little late in the game to realize this, but now she realizes Sydney's a threat.
Yeah. She's like, wait a minute, maybe I don't want to go to the final 3 with Sydney. Maybe she's actually a really good player. And it's like, duh, you've been running camp with her for like 3 weeks.
Wait, what?
So she now is like, oh, I gotta talk to Ty. Joe is in my pocket. I know that. Now I gotta talk to Ty. We gotta get Sydney out because I do not want to be in a final 3 with Sydney.
I want Sydney to win.
Yeah.
But I know that you shouldn't be in the final 3 with Sydney.
Not if you want to win, because she's played a really smart game.
Ty looks bad right now, so you have a little more hope with him.
Yeah. Sydney, meanwhile, does not know that Aubrey has flipped. Sydney's just smiling and nodding along with everything everyone is saying, but they come back to camp and immediately Aubrey pulls Ty aside and is trying to mend those fences with him. Like, you can trust me.
And they did have a really nice moment. Ty breaks down. This game is so hard for him. It's really tugging at his emotions.
Yep. And Aubrey is there for him. She gives him a big hug. You can do it. You know, you can make it through this game.
We got this together.
We are so close.
But Sydney kind of did the same thing. She beelined straight for Michelle. Like, Michelle is her girl right now, just like Ty might be. Yeah. With Aubrey.
But it seemed like Sydney and Michelle's situation wasn't as obvious, because Sydney clocked it right away when Aubrey and Ty walked back to camp. She was like, oh, that mood was a little too jovial.
A little too friendly.
Yeah.
Well, we don't get too much further. Like we mentioned, no immunity challenge, because now Joe starts feeling really sick.
He's bloated, he can't urinate, his bladder is like pushing out on his stomach. It's a mess.
He calls medic. Medic gives him a little bit of medication, but warns him if this doesn't fix itself quickly, you're talking about major kidney failure.
And Joe's 71.
71, like let's not push this,
you don't want to mess with that stuff.
So ultimately by the end of that day, it did not improve, it did not get better, and so they got medic back. And Joe, he kind of left on okay terms, where like he realized like he had done well. Yep. And there was no reason to push his body any further.
Absolutely. They medically evacuate him, and Jeff tells everyone else this is the most medevacs ever on Survivor, 3 this season.
And they show us a little clip of Caleb.
Yeah,
remember Caleb?
Remember him? Everyone's sad.
Everyone's sad. Everyone cries.
Even
Sydney.
Universally loved.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything wrong all season.
Even though he annoyed Sydney, she was still sad. They all kind of felt like he was a grandfather to them. Yeah. But Aubrey was like, well, there goes my game. Yeah. And ain't that the truth?
Yes. I mean, I think we said it a couple weeks ago, if not last week. We felt like Joe was guaranteed in the finale because he didn't really do anything all season, so of course you want to bring him with you.
No, and his alliance with Aubrey was just solid. Like, the two of them were going to be hard to beat.
But now he's gone.
This leaves us with 4 incredible players.
Yes.
3 of which are female.
Yes.
May I point out.
Oh, I hope a female wins. I love Ty, but I hope a female wins.
Yeah.
Ty, he's a lock, right? Because he'll just use his immunity idol no matter what.
Probably.
And he'll make it into the finals.
Probably.
And then it's a matter of who is it? Because now we're down to, it seems, Aubrey and Ty versus Sydney and Michelle. Who's going to win individual immunity?
Sydney is pretty good at playing the middle. And Michelle will play the middle if she has to. Yeah. I think all of these kids are so savvy that they're just going to do what they have to do. Yeah. So I don't know who's going to be the final 3, and I don't know who's going to win. You can vote for any of these. Yep. Like, we have our favorites, but the jury hasn't seen everything that we've seen. So we have very quick moments. It was so beautiful when Joe was leaving that everyone sort of dropped their game face and felt sad and had pretty goodbyes with him.
And he was saying, you know, don't cry for me, which is just something your grandpa would say to you. So that was a beautiful moment. Yeah. Now, the brainiest moment goes to Sydney, staying away from that beef satay on that reward. She knew.
And then obviously the brawniest moment was Joe.
Come on.
Getting it done at 71.
Thank you so much. Winning a challenge over all those young'uns, you know?
Yes, I'm so glad that he, you know, too bad it was a high than a low, but so glad he had that high.
Good way to go out.
All right, finale is this week coming up. We're going to see who is crowned the survivor.
Yes.
Please tell us if you have any predictions or who you were rooting for.
Yeah, and click subscribe so you can see us cover the finale next week.
Bye.
See ya.